best and worst enhancement talent.
Okay, now explain that to me again. But the best talent or worst talent?
Sorry, the best and worst. So pick your favourite enhancement talent and the ones who didn't do as good a job as maybe they should have done.
That's hard. I mean, you're talking about talent. They got breaks in the business, and when they did, they done good. Is that what you're asking me?
Yeah, well, I'm talking about the guys like a George South or a Bob Cook or a Barry Horowitz. Like, of all those, the guys, the Carpenters, who were the best of those?
Well, understand, when I first met all these guys, our business was very sacred. You didn't get in our business unless you were good. George South was one of the best. Now, I know two people that it wasn't their fault, but it was when Bill Hurd took over WCW, and he brought a tag team in called the fucking Ding Dongs from Bellsville. Do you remember that?
Oh, how could I ever forget? Yeah.
Okay, now, and I'm thinking it wasn't their fault. But what the fuck? That was the most stupidest fucking gimmick, and the guy should have known not to even fucking do it. You know, he thought that, a guy that run a pizza place that come into our business thinking he'd know, he was fucking horrible. Bless their hearts. It was the worst I ever seen. That was. But other words, you're talking about the underneath guys. Well, see, the underneath guys is what got the top guys over. They were great. Now, by far, George South, he still works with me a lot. And I could still, at 67 years old, and George South, I could wrestle him. Every time I wrestle him, when the shows are over, the police are always waiting out back. And that's because we stowed the fucking show. Okay. So, and I'm serious. I could, and see, this is called working. And people go, well, y'all didn't do nothing. I said, yeah, but listen to the crowd. I mean, when you got the crowd hollering rock and roll as loud as you can, what do I want to lock up for? Because when I lock up, they're going to go down. I've worked George South. We didn't even lock up for 20 minutes in the match because the people were losing their damn mind. Even as today, I mean, that's George is a big icon in our business. He trains people to wrestle. He trains, he does seminars. He does all that stuff. He's absolutely wonderful and still is. You ever listen to George talk?
I've interviewed George. In fact,
you goof, you dummy.
Sorry, I was going to say I had the pleasure to interview him, and he, in the wrestling parlance, he put you over big as well.
Oh, thank you. He likes my son Kerry too.